Jesus and religion are not synonymous. Hey guys, welcome back to Joey Talks. My name is Joey, and today I want to talk to you about Jesus and religion. So I'm doing a series on my faith, which is following Jesus. And one thing that I have encountered throughout my life is this blending or confusion of the person of Jesus as he relates to religion. Now, from the onset, I just want to say that I am a Christian. I do go to a Christian church, but way beyond that, I am a follower of Jesus. The relationship between Jesus and religion is very complex. It's very layered, because when we think about Jesus for who he was and the teachings we have from him and how we see him move throughout life in the recorded Gospels in the New Testament, he was very opposed to the religious system. He was very opposed to the religious people. Jesus himself was extremely compassionate, kind, forgiving, gracious towards those in society that would be seen as evildoers or sinners, people who did not have it all together, people who were messed up, people who were in tax evasion, people who were prostitutes, people who were untouchables like the sick, the lepers, those who had chronic diseases. Now, on the other side of the spectrum was the religious system and the religious people. You read it in the Gospels. He is overtly aggressive, uses very strong language towards them. He's very much opposed to the system in which they operate and to the ideology that they were teaching, because what it was doing was putting heavy burdens on people, which in essence was twisting the very nature of who God is, because God is a loving father who wants relationship with his kids. And this is because the religious leaders of the day had made everything about behavior. I mean, hyper focused on little details of behavior, so much so that people's behavior became their religion. And the religious leaders were hypocrites. They didn't even keep all of the rules that they were imposing on their followers. Does that sound familiar at all? On top of that, Jesus never did anything that seemed like he was trying to organize a new religion. Remember, Jesus was Jewish. He was a rabbi. He wasn't a Christian. He didn't say, we're breaking away from Judaism and I'm here to start a new religion. He was a Jew because he was born a Jew. He was born into that faith. He was born into that lineage. And so he spoke the language of the people. Now, obviously, fast forward to modern day, we have Christianity, which is a major world of religion, if not the top world of religion, that dominates so much of what we think about when we hear the name Jesus. We think of Christians or Christianity. And while, yes, of course, Christianity is built around Jesus, Christianity itself also has fallen into a lot of the same tendencies that Judaism fell into when Jesus walked the earth, making things about behavior and rules and following this and that and making that the top priority over having relationship with a good father. Not only that, but Jesus came proclaiming that he was the truth, that he is the truth. And so if you have religion or religions, and then you have someone saying, this is the truth, truth supersedes all religion. There is no religion that can compete with truth. So obviously this can get real messy and has gotten real messy, because in our modern world, so many people who call them Christians, which means little Christs or Christ followers, don't look anything like Jesus. They don't act like him. They don't relate to people the way that Jesus did. They don't operate in a place of extending mercy and compassion, caring for the poor and the widow and the needy. And so that further complicates and confuses Jesus just for being him, who he is. And so that's why I like to say that my faith is following Jesus. Yes, I am a Christian because that is the communal structure that has been established and built around the person and the teachings of Jesus. But he, the person, in my mind, is much higher than the religion that I subscribe to. And when I get asked why do I follow Jesus? Why did I choose this path? It's genuinely comes down to, I want to be just like him. When I read about him, when I see the way that he selflessly gave of himself, how he defended those who were marginalized and criticized and opposed those who had tremendous amount of power and money and control and religious clout. He is who I want to be like. So I see myself as an apprentice to Jesus. Now, am I perfect? Do I get it right? Of course not. But I am learning, and my aim is to follow him. It's like, when you're learning anything, if I wanted to become a pro basketball player, I may study all of the old tapes of Michael Jordan. Now, am I ever going to be Michael Jordan? Of course not. But I'm going to try to emulate and integrate into myself the things that he did, because he is the best basketball player of all time. And so if you're someone who, maybe you are a Christian, maybe you're not, again, everyone is welcome here. It doesn't really matter what religion, belief, no religion, whatever it is, you're welcome here. But the point of me making this video is to bring into question, maybe we need to separate the person of Jesus, who he was, what he taught, how he moved throughout the earth, from this religion called Christianity, because a lot of times they're intermeshed. And if you've had a negative experience with Christianity or have a negative perception of Christianity, you're going to lump Jesus in with all of that. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of things within the modern Christian American way that are not in alignment or in agreement with the person of Jesus. And if you don't know where to find that or to read it, you can simply just get a Bible and read the first 4 books of the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And those are the accounts of Jesus's life, his teachings. If you get a red letter Bible, then they put all of the text that Jesus actually said in a red letter, so you know when Jesus is talking and when the author is talking, which is really helpful. So again, whether you're a seasoned Christian or you're someone who's just exploring God, spirituality, or whatever, and you want to learn more about Jesus, go right to the book and read it directly for yourself. At the end of the day, all I know is that God is madly in love with us. He's madly in love with me, with you, and his desire is to restore us, to redeem us, to rescue us out of our own mental craziness, to rescue us out of the oppression of this world that we live in, and to give us an eternal hope, an eternal peace, an eternal sound-mindedness, that we can navigate this life in grace, in mercy, and in extending forgiveness. That's my mini sermon for you today. Hope it got you thinking. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend who you think would find it interesting. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Again, my name is Joey, and you've been watching Joey Talks Life.